This week we're going to tell you about a wonderful asset called the Shannon Air Museum, which is just outside the city of Fredericksburg. All right, so today we're here with Luke Curtas at the Shannon Air Museum, which is at the Shannon Airport, which is in Spotsylvania County, right over the line of Fredericksburg. And Mr. Curtas was kind enough today to show us around his airport and the Air Museum and tell us about what's here.
Sid Shannon Jr. Collected these planes, and these planes were the rarest collection in the world, privately owned at one time, still one of the rarest collections. We have two World War I planes, a SPAD 7 and a Standard E1. There's only two Standard E1s in the world. One's here and one's in Florida. There's 7 SPAD 7s in the world. That's one like Rickenbacker would have flown. And then behind us is the Vultee V1A, which is the only one in the world left. And the Vultee V1A was owned by William Randolph Hearst in California and restored. And Dick Merrill, this is just like the one Dick Merrill flew across the ocean. In fact, it's called Lady Peace II because Mr. Merrill, Captain Merrill, Dick Merrill, flew this here when he was the curator, and he was the one that flew the original Vultee across the Atlantic. So that's how this collection got here.
Yeah. And then talk a little bit about the process of getting, so these planes were originally part of Mr. Shannon's collection, and then I understand they went to Richmond, and then talk a little bit about how they ended up back here.
When Mr. Shannon died, this was moved to Richmond because his family didn't want to keep it, and it was in the building next door. So there's an organization called the Virginia Aeronautical Historical Society, the VAHS, which handles the Hall of Fame for Virginia aviation. So many of those guys who really loved the collection took it, and it was donated to them, and they took it to Richmond. And the state of Virginia got involved, the Richmond Science Museum got involved to help with it. 3 years after they got down there, the VAHS felt like they couldn't handle it completely, so they donated it to the state of Virginia. And this was all donations of the aircraft and the artifacts. And I wanted to get maybe 3 or 4 of the aircraft back, and never dreamed that we'd get all of them back. We said, look, we'll finish the hangar off, and we'll make it temperature controlled, and we'll take care of the aircraft. And they said, listen, we'll donate the 13 aircraft back to you, the Shannon aircraft, if you promise you'll do that. And I said, no, we'll do it. We've already started it. We have a bunch of volunteers that are here. We call them the Air Wing, great guys that are pilots. They went down there as volunteers, and we took these off the ceiling, and it took us about a year. We took them down, took them apart, cleaned them up, literally moved them, put them back together. Well, in January of 2016, we finished the 13 aircraft, and I was approached by the state museum director, and he said, Luke, can you help us? We'll give you the rest of the aircraft too, because you did a great job. You guys did a great job, all these guys, the Air Wing, getting this stuff out and helping us out. Do you want the rest of the aircraft? And I said, well, yeah, that didn't take long. Sure. So we actually have another 11 aircraft here that are in other hangars. And so we've got 20 aircraft as a whole. We've actually had another one donated to us, the little Mustang that you see sitting outside. And so we have all of those aircraft, all of the artifacts back. We've got new artifacts here now. And so as of January 2016, the Shannon Air Museum came home, 30 years almost to the day that it left.
Wow. Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, and it's a great thing for people to be able to come see, and it's open. What are the hours?
It's open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 4.
Okay.
And it's open for groups, and it's open for schools. It's $9 for an adult, $7 for a junior, and I think under 3 is free. But it's a tour. It's a guided tour, and it's great. People love it. You get it's about an hour and 15-minute tour. We have the restaurant, we have the store, and the airport. We have a flight school. So we really want to work with kids, and we want to see them get into aviation. It's a great opportunity for people and kids in every part, whether it be a flight controller, a mechanic, at an airport working, or a pilot. So
very cool. And you mentioned also the restaurant. So it's you've got the Robin's Nest Cafe that looks like it's open.
It's called the Robin's Nest Cafe because of this plane right here, the 1927 Curtiss Robin. That was Mr. Shannon's favorite aircraft, and so that was hangared in that restaurant. That was a hangar.
Okay.
So it's called the Robin's Nest Cafe. We're famous for our Cuban sandwich. They do a great job with a milkshake. Got great milkshakes.
And it looks like it's open for lunch and for
lunch. It's mainly
lunch.
mainly a lunch sandwich shop. It's got coffee. It's open from 9 to 4 every day and 8 to 5 on Saturdays.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Great. Well, Luke, you've really done great things with this airport and with this museum, and it's really an asset for our whole community, our whole region, both from an economic development perspective and from a tourism perspective. People come and see it. So, congratulations to you and Kim on everything you've done.
Yeah, thanks, Bill.
And thanks for sharing it with us today.
Thanks for having me share it with you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So that'll do it for this week's edition. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next week. Be sure to subscribe to Freehling Finds by clicking the bell down below, and you'll get an email notification every time we put out a new video. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.